Hey, good morning. I'm meteorologist Theo Cook.
And I'm Stan Smith with Good Morning Tennessee. And Theo, I don't know where you're at in just relation to Knoxville, but where I was at yesterday, the rain just poured yesterday. Tirsa said it rained over where she was at. It doesn't appear to be like that. Maybe we don't have the chance of it pouring today, but maybe we could see some showers here and there.
Yeah, actually a little bit better coverage today. I think
Oh,
some
wow.
of us getting in on some of that shower and storm activity. Are our mics levels good? I don't
Yeah, we're
see
good,
it.
man.
Okay,
We're good.
sweet. I didn't see it on the other screen. I was just making sure. But yes, at least some scattered shower and storm activities today again. About a third of us saw it yesterday. I think actually closer to half of us see it today. So
Wow.
yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Showing some of our totals from yesterday. Again, a lot of us didn't see anything at all, but there in West Knox County towards Oak Ridge saw over 2 inches of rain stand. So there's those downpours you were talking about. That were definitely there. Yeah. It was either feast or famine for many of us.
I had to delay my errands in the afternoon because of the rain coming down. I was like,
Yeah.
I can wait on whatever I need to do.
Yep. I was coming back from Mississippi, and it was just.
And you were saying it's hotter there than it is here.
Yes. Yeah.
Significantly, I imagine.
It was what I would consider oppressive. We were talking about heat indices more like in the 110s, 115 range. It's hot here. Don't get me wrong, but it was pretty rough down there, and it's nice to be back in less hot weather. Pretty beautiful start this morning for many of us. The Maryville camera really put on a show for us this morning.
Oh, for sure.
At GMT. But then other places, we were talking about the fog and some of the higher elevations, some places where it's a little bit more muggy. There's some low clouds still lingering around our Embassy Suites camera. Pretty foggy conditions just north of Knoxville, north of I-40. Parts of Lee County, Virginia were really foggy this morning.
A little bit of fog heading out. Last traffic hit we did, you can kind of see it laying around like on the east side as well if you're heading towards Sevierville.
Yeah, so it's kind of a hit or miss, either really dense fog or you're driving around thinking, well, there's no fog at all. So it's just, if you hit any of those more patchy dense fog areas, just make sure to drive slowly, turn on those low beam lights. Temperatures, it's pretty early in the morning. We're talking 8:38, and it's 74 here in Knoxville, Maryville, 75 in Loudoun, and we will warm up very quickly today. It'll still be hot, Stan, but maybe not quite as hot as those mid 90s with 110 heat indices we were talking about the first 3 days of this week. And there's what will make it feel pretty hot, though. We're talking about still sticky to tropical feeling for really all of East Tennessee. That's really been
basically all tropical. That's geez.
And that's been the story over really all of July, making it feel even worse. That's why we haven't been able to get quite as cool for our overnight lows as well. More moisture in the air just doesn't allow you to cool as quickly. But it also doesn't allow you to warm as quickly. I say that as if we haven't been brutally hot, but we haven't really broken any high records.
Yeah.
But we did break several low records. This July will end up being the warmest overnight lows on average for the month of July. So that's kind of an interesting record to break, but one many of us probably could have avoided or wish we could have avoided. But it will be hot. 90 for Knoxville, upper 80s from Crossville to Oneida and Barberville. But again, it will feel even hotter because of that tropical moisture. 90 by itself isn't too terrible, but when you're talking about, again, that very tropical moisture, we're talking 100, 105 Knoxville, 109 Spring City during that peak heating of 3, 4 o'clock today. Upper 90s for the rest of us closer to the north and west of Knoxville. But because of that moisture, and we do have a little bit of a cool front to talk about as well, which is good news, especially if you like the cooler weather, if you like rain. We're getting both at the same time. It seems like this summer has been very hot and dry, or not quite as hot and very wet. And that's what's going to really be the pattern coming into today and the next few days especially. But mostly cloudy through this morning. I think kind of a mix of clouds and sun. Some places will be pretty sunny. Some places will be pretty cloudy. We noticed pretty widespread shower and storm activity as we head closer to 4, 5, 6 o'clock tonight. I think the favored areas are going to be south of I-40 today. but can't rule it out anywhere. Again, about 50-60% of us seeing that rain and storms today. And just because of those heavy downpours like we saw yesterday in West Knox County, there is that 1 out of 4 level threat for an isolated flooding scenario, especially where we've seen a lot of rain. The trend over the next few days into the weekend will be a couple degrees cooler each and every day for both lows and highs. Even some 60s returning into the forecast from Crossville, Oneida, Barberville, and Sneedville there. And, low to mid 70s for the rest of us, 73 in Knoxville. And then we warm up very quickly yet again for your Friday, but not quite as hot. No mid 90s by any means. We're talking 88 Knoxville, maybe an isolated 90 around Loudon to Spring City. But even Oneida, look at that, may not get out of the 70s tomorrow behind that cool front. So definitely feeling a lot better, increased cloud cover, increased moisture opportunities, and what everyone's probably on here for the live stream for is the weekend planner. So we will be having to dodge a few spotty showers and storms, but the trade-off with that is look at these high temperatures. We're talking about 83. I don't think I've seen an 83 for a high in my entire time of being here for the last month and a half.
It's certainly been a long time since we've had that feeling too.
So it's gonna feel good. Do you have any plans this weekend, Steve?
I'll be going to Bristol for the Speedway Classic.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, looking forward to that game. The Braves have kind of been stinking it up lately, but maybe they can win the one game that I go to.
Yeah, so I actually have your Bristol Speedway Classic forecast right here. Look at those temperatures. We're talking about 70s even to start the game.
Wow.
Slight chance of an isolated shower storm, but I think we should be able to dodge those. I think most of us do stay dry the later you go throughout the evening. But I'd say that's baseball weather, Stan.
That's what we're talking about. Especially that's just a treat at the beginning of August for us to feel like that outside.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, with how hot July was, that just means August has to be cooler, right? It's that trade-off.
Sure.
I don't know if it actually will be, but I hope it will be. So here's that cool front that rushes through tonight. I want to track this out. This is the moisture in the air. Those really bright colors is just extra moisture throughout the entire atmosphere. Those cooler colors are very low moisture. You see those wind arrows coming in from the north behind the cold front. That will push in some drier air, a little bit drier at least. It'll still be on the stickier side, but not oppressively sticky. Look at Saturday, a little bit drier air, but we're still not in those blues. We still have kind of yellow, oranges, especially more south and east of our region. And I think that's wherever that moisture sticks around is going to be the higher rain chances. So again, throughout tomorrow, even today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and really even going into next week, we're talking about daily rain chances, but not all of us see it. It's kind of going to be a boundary of moisture where we see those higher rain chances. And then you notice more plumes of darker colors, those oranges and reds really come back Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday, which means that the rain chances will stick around. We're talking about close to half of us today, tomorrow, Saturday, more like a third of us the rest of the week. But some days will be wetter than others. Again, not everyone sees rain, but then some places might see rain almost every day. And it's just going to be feast or famine, and probably favor the higher terrain like we've been seeing really the last several weeks. But the bigger story that's been kind of on people's minds is the temperatures. We're talking about today's probably our last 90-degree day for the next week or so, and we'll be in the even low 80s throughout this weekend, and then mid 80s next week. So. We get out of that oppressively tropical feel. We're still going to be sticky, maybe dipping down into the muggy category. But for August, again, we can't ask for much better than that. We're talking about cooler, a little bit drier air-wise, some spotty to scattered showers and storms, but overall, not the worst 7-day forecast by any means to start off August.
Yeah, absolutely. That, just to start off August and, considering, what we all have to look forward to just with football season, a lot of people starting school soon, just a lot of things to look forward to as far as with that in combination of just how good it feels outside too.
Yeah, that's right. I can't wait for football season. I got a Got to hit a Tennessee football game, and
Yeah, I still need to do that. I didn't get a chance to do that last
wow.
season, but I will be going to a couple games this year, at least a
Sounds
couple
good.
games.
Hopefully, the temperatures will cooperate as
Yeah.
we head.
We got a
towards
long time
football
to think about
season.
that, though.
Yeah, we got to get through the heat of August first.
Yeah.
But yeah, low to mid 80s this week, even some mid 60s waking up. Some of us in the plateau and southeast Kentucky, maybe even dipping closer to the low 60s. So
Wow.
Little taste of fall to start off the first few days of August.
You just get a little bit,
Yeah,
and before we can really take it in.
We can't have too much. I'm sure the 90s will be back in the next 7 days.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. I hope you have a great weekend, and we will see y'all at noon.
Absolutely. See you then.